Good morning, folks. It's a lovely day here on September the 8th. It's fairly cool, and I am moving some block around trying to get some stuff laid out. That's what I'm working on today. But it's not what the video is about today. I've been missing for a long time, and I apologize for being missing and not doing videos, because I've done quite a bit of work, and some of it would have been pretty interesting. But, well, I'm just going to tell you what happened. First off, I bought a camper. I think that's what I was doing when I made my last video and put it up. We had bought the camper and I started working on it. Working on the camper did not go like it was supposed to. I set aside 2 weeks to work on that camper, and that's what I was going to do for 2 weeks, and we're going to be done and move it down here to the farm. It took 8 weeks. Every time I had a corner, had some damage in it. So I started working on that corner. And by the time I finally got everything tore out of it, I had 2 metal walls on either side, no roof, and no front wall on the bedroom and the camper. And and I rebuilt all that. And then I went around back to the bathroom, and I took the bathroom out. I didn't start to do that. I started to fix a little damage in the corner. And next thing you know, that whole wall's out. It's just like front. It just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. But I got that done and got the camper down here. About the time I got the camper down here, I had my computer. We were supposed to move, right? Thought I had the house sold, tore the computer down, had everything tore down completely. And then some stuff happened, and it took another month and a half to sell the house. I kept not putting the computer back together because I put it together in the camper. But that's the next part of the story. I did put the computer together down here in the camper, but I was running the electric off a generator. And I can't say I never ran the computer on the generator, but I really don't like doing that because the electricity, it's a generator. You know, it's not real steady and it's not real good for your computer. So, here's where it gets fun. If you're going to homestead and you're going to build your own house, just be prepared for stuff like what I'm about to talk about. First off, I called the electric company. I called Bluegrass Electric. I said I need electric because everybody told me it's Bluegrass Electric. I'm sitting down here looking at a pole over there. I don't know, about 500-600 feet from here. But I called Bluegrass Electric. I talked to a girl on the phone. I gave her my address. She looked it up. She said we'll have that done in about 2 weeks. And that was a conversation, and my brain went, that was way too easy. Way too easy. So I waited 2 weeks and 2 days, and I called them back. And they connected me to the feller who was supposed to be the one that did it. And he said, oh, well, she told you wrong. We had to have a meeting here to explain because she was new and she didn't know what she was doing really. So we had to have a meeting and explain to all the new employees exactly how all this stuff works and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, so y'all had screwed it up so bad you had to have a meeting about it. And I'm not talking bad about the girl. I don't think she was properly trained. That's not on her. That's on those above her. Y'all had a meeting about all that and you didn't bother to call me. It's like, well, yeah, that's right. And then he started saying, well, here's what they didn't tell you is we'll go 120 feet for free, and then after that it's $15 a foot. Or if you have a foundation for your house, and I did not have a foundation. I had this hole and I'm standing in, but I did not have a foundation at the time. If you have a foundation, we'll go 1,000 feet. Well, 120 feet would end way over there. And $15 a foot. I always look, oh, it's only $15 a foot. Yeah, if you go 1,000 feet, that's $15,000. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I called the fella about getting the concrete pad poured so I could have my 1,000 feet. And he said, I'll be here in 10 days to 2 weeks. And he got here promptly 5 weeks later. And he actually did a really good job. I'm not griping about his work, but he said 10 days to 2 weeks and showed up 5 weeks later. So he calls me, this guy calls me on a Thursday and says, I'll be there on Monday. We'll get this started. I'm like, great, finally, thank you. I say that. I called him on Thursday. He said, I was getting ready to call you. Well, whatever. But he's going to come on Monday. And he did, and he showed up, and he did a good job. I got no complaints about him other than the 5 weeks instead of 2. So that happened on a Thursday. On Friday, I get a call from Bluegrass Electric, who I had given my address to, and who had said they'd be out here in 2 weeks. 6, 7 weeks prior to that. So they say, well, we don't own that pole. I was like, what? I said, we don't own that pole. You're not on Bluegrass Electric. I'm like, it's taking you all this long to figure this out. Well, yeah. So, you're on Salt River Electric. I called Salt River Electric that very day, 5 weeks ago. I called them that very day. I said, I want to get electricity. They said, what's your address? They said, that address doesn't exist. I said, that's because I just moved in here. We could talk about the address doesn't exist. I am finally getting packages from Amazon. It took 2 months for Amazon to recognize that I exist. And that's after I, oh, we don't want to talk about the address stuff. That's a whole story on its own. So anyway, I had to actually drive in there to the office to physically prove my existence, because obviously I didn't exist on the phone with a credit card. Showed them my driver's license and paid it. And they said, well, we'll send somebody out. I was like, you got any idea when? They're like, no. Actually, that guy showed up the next Monday. I thought, great, we're going to get this done. Guy shows up, marks out where the poles go. He's leaving. I say, hey, man, you got any idea when they're going to bring me electric? He says, I don't know, a few weeks. I said, well, can we have some kind of definition of a few weeks? He went, that was 5 weeks ago. I have electricity. I got electricity on Friday. It took forever. It took forever. I called them and they said, oh, well, we'll be out there next week. Well, next week kept turning into next week, which kept turning into next week. So it has taken me 10, 11 weeks from my first phone call when they said we'll have you electricity in 2 weeks for me to actually have electricity. So now I'm willing to run my computer. I'm going to start doing videos again. So that's where I've been. That's where we're going. I've got a concrete pad. Today I'm putting block out. Let's look at that real quick. We can turn around there and look. You can see I got a mess of block. I have a plumb mess of block. I'm just getting it laid out, and then I'm going to start putting it in. So anyway, that's what's on the agenda for today. So that's where I'm at. It's Sunday, like I said, September 8th. I'm finally doing some work. Yay! I'm not doing some work. Duh. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I know, still drinking coffee. And tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to start trying to shoot some videos. I'm going to start going around and show you everything that's going on. What I've gotten done, what I haven't gotten done. All that kind of stuff. But today, coming back, I'm back. That's where I've been. And all I can say is if you're going to homestead and you're going to build your own house, just be prepared for that. Contractors, oh, we'll be there next week. 5 weeks. Electric company, 2 weeks. 10, 11 weeks later, I have electric. Here, let's look at that. Ooh, it'll be exciting. Look up there. Yes, look up there. Ooh, I have electric. Isn't that cool? Whew, that took forever. Anyway, that's where I'm at today. I'm going to lay out this block. Tomorrow I'll start doing some videos for real. I just wanted to let everybody know where I've been and what's been going on. And probably won't get this video up till tomorrow because I'm going to go to church tonight. I skipped church today because it's a nice day. Yeah, that's it. That's terrible. Hey folks, one more thing today. The beard. Right? Ran out of electricity and didn't have trimmers for a while because my trimmer's kind of got a weak battery and you have to trim it all day and all night and everything else for it to work. And there ain't nothing I want worse than having a half-trimmed beard. So I haven't trimmed it. Well, my trimmer's all nice and charged up. This is going to give us an idea. Let's see. It was 4 weeks after I called to get electricity that was the last time I was in the house and would be the last time I trimmed my beard. So this give us some idea just how long it's been since since I had the proper electricity. Just one other thing. The reason I always keep it high and tight, I love this story. I think it's cute. I was at Walmart one year. I let my beard grow out a little bit thicker than it is now. I was standing in the dairy department. It's right after Christmas. And all at once, you know, I'm just standing there and this little 4-year-old girl, 5-year-old, I don't know how old she was, latched onto my leg. And I looked down, it's like, can I help you? And she was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like, okay. She said, I got everything y'all wanted for Christmas. Thank you so much. Poor girl's mama was standing over there about to die, you know, with this look on her face, and I just looked down and I went, you're very, very welcome, honey. So, I got rid of the beard after that. Haven't had it this long since. So, anyway, I'm going to clean up, get ready to go to church tonight. It's Pastor Appreciation Sunday. I'm going to go appreciate the pastor. And I thought I'd clean up, fix the beard, trim it all up and all that stuff when I got cleaned up. We'll see what it looks like in a little bit. This will give you some idea just how long it's been since I had electricity. Oh no. Might have cut a little off. It took a minute to get electric.